What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to do a quick clip to discuss as we're going into the holiday season. One of the big things that I hear a lot with working with a lot of people is trying all these different fads, trying these new things, whether it's a diet, whether it's an exercise program, whether it's just trying new ways to heal and feel better as a whole. And the big thing that I start to notice with a lot of people, and what I hear is that nothing worked for me. Nothing actually worked. Or I this kind of worked and then it didn't, or it just there's always this for a lot of people this feeling of being let down. Now this isn't everybody, but this is quite a few people. In my 13 whatever years of doing this, and what I want to try to bring hopefully to your attention, if this is you or someone that you know, is that not everything as you all hear isn't going to work for everybody. Some things will, some things won't. The whole point, and something to really take into consideration with trying new things, is not necessarily looking as like, this is going to heal me. This is going to be the thing that does it. Rather, trying to go with the lens of going, there's something to be learned from me taking on this experience, me trying this fad, me trying this diet, whatever it is. Because where we get lost is so many people go, there's my holy grail. There's the thing that's going to do it. And when it doesn't do it, maybe as fast as we want, or as clear as we want, it doesn't do exactly what we thought or what we feel was promised. Then there's this feeling of letdown. And it's going, well, did we learn anything from that experience? Did you learn something about yourself by maybe eating certain foods? Did you learn something about yourself by maybe trying these different exercises, what you liked, what you didn't like? If you know exactly what didn't work for you in the whys from a less of an emotional state, but as an observing scientific mindset, you might realize very quickly, wow, okay, this is a great lesson that I just was able to take away. So the question I have is, was it a complete failure? Was it something that really let you down? Or did it give you an opportunity to go, I know what's going to work a little bit more for me, what's not going to be as efficient, what is not going to be as helpful. And when you go into things with that mindset, what we all start to do is we start to get a little bit more clear with who we are, a little more sense of self-awareness. There's certain foods that I just do not like. And people say you just eat it because it's good for you. But if I'm having such a terrible experience with that food and my body is just like, oh, I can't do it, am I really doing myself a service? Some people say, oh, it's part of the sacrifice. And it might be. In certain situations, it might be. But that engagement, that situation, that experience goes, I am dreading this. I don't like this. And not saying you have to like everything, but the more we try to force our body to do something, force something, not listening, not really being present with it, the more we're going to find that things aren't going to work out the way we want to, as maybe as we would like. Now, I'm not saying there's going to be these dips. I'm not saying there's not going to be these uncomfortable states that we find ourselves in. But what I am saying is that if we aren't listening to our body, looking at the lessons that we are learning through these failures, we're going to see for a lot of people that everything that we're trying, everything, these new fads, they're just not going to work. And then we blame ourselves, or we start to blame that nothing's right for you. And this will lead people to, not always, but can lead people to more extreme ways of trying to lose weight, trying to feel better, and so if we don't want to go down that path, let's take a step back and go, okay, well, what's going on? Where am I at? What can help me? I've seen a lot of people who've eaten all the right things, done the right programs, this and that, and nothing changed. But then they decided, you know what, I'm going to work on really getting to the root of my issues, or I'm going to learn how to not have such a stressful relationship with food, or a stressful relationship with yourself. And by making those changes, have seen exponential growth, exponential changes for health and wellness. So I'm not saying this is for everybody, but I do say with the holidays coming up, this is a big time for a lot of people to feel, oh, I'm celebrating and this and that. And I'm not saying don't go have fun, live your life, be with your family, be with your loved ones. But the relationship with food becomes kind of a crazy thing at this time of the year. A relationship with exercise, because of the weather changes, becomes a little bit, interesting at this time of the year. And what I'm trying to hopefully help all of you who are listening understand is that what I do at the clinic, what I do in just my regular training, we're all trying to do at the New Biology Clinic is help you understand who you are, your story, where you want your story to go, what parts of your story you love, what parts of your story you like to change, and how we can go about that. And one of those big pieces is understanding if you're trying new things and you're trying to be aware of what is in these experiences. Like, is it going to make me feel better? This food doesn't make me feel better. This type of exercise is really uncomfortable on my knees. This feels a lot better. We want to get real specific with all of those pieces in order to see that longevity and change. So every experience you have, good or bad, we hopefully have the tools and the wherewithal to then go, this is something amazing I learned from this one. This is something really interesting that I was able to observe with this one. This one, I got a lot of benefit. Here's where I saw there were some things missing that I can pull maybe from over here and put it into this one or this into this thing. And this is how we can start to get real close and real connected to self. So I hope this helps. I'm going to have more clips coming, but all that being said, I hope to see you all soon. Have a wonderful day. And if you haven't already, please join us at the New Biology Clinic. And we will, be doing webinars, group workouts for more advanced classes, beginner classes. We got a lot of our practitioners. We have other different types of enrichment services that are tuning and meditations and qigong. So we have a lot out there as well. So I hope to see you all there if you're not already. And on that, have a beautiful weekend. Bye, guys.